Good evening, I'm Lynn, and welcome to an evening at Ewetopia Farms. As usual, when Arnie's doing haying or cropping, I'm in charge of night chores. So here are the boys. It's starting to get dark now, but you can see that they're still breathing heavily. They're still finding it quite hot because it takes about, I heard even for humans, it takes about 10 days for your body to acclimatize to changes in temperature. And we've been quite lucky having nice cool temperatures recently. So when it hits 30 degrees, both us and the animals feel it right away. Arnie's in charge of feeding those guys out there, down there. So I'm just gonna leave them for now. They still have their Christmas lights on. But I think Arnie has to bring in a bale of hay for them to eat. So that's his domain. But Scotty and Buddy and Tom have all been fed. So they're happy. I'm not sure how long Arnie's going to be working tonight. But the sun's going down and I don't want any sheep to get left out by mistake. The other day we actually had a sheep with its head caught in the fence, so you always have to watch out. Whoa, you see that? He doesn't have mirrors and he had no idea that I was there. It's very dangerous. How people get injured. Actually, a neighbor of ours, she was working in the barn and they had these round bales in the loft and they were pushing a bale down to feed the cows, and she didn't know they were going to do that. Dropped a bale right on top of her and she broke her back, and she's been a quadriplegic ever since. You really have to be careful working around farms. They're very dangerous. So here I am again feeding Linus. And as usual, I have Thelma here, hoping to get some morsels. And Leonard. Now Leonard still does get a bottle, but only one a day. And there's the two sisters of Lambert. They're in the other pen. They're supposed to be totally weaned, but they know when a bottle's around. Arnie decided to come in and feed the creep feed. But a lot of the sheep are still out at pasture, and because it was a hot day today, we don't want to hurry them in. But I imagine once they hear the grain, they'll start heading in. Feeding of the grain definitely called the Dorsets in. But we got a bunch of the lambs, and the ewes are still out, but I see they're heading towards us. They know when it's dinner time. Lambert, don't jump on me. You just got fed. You don't need any more. You don't. Just because you're 100% now doesn't mean you need to be bossy. You're a nasty little thing. Okay, we can see the adults coming in now. They're coming in on their own. Usually we see the mad dash out to the field, but now we see them coming in as it starts to get dark. Sun's going down. Hi, girls. Here come the last of them. And the moon is starting to come out. Hi! You look very pretty. Good girls. So that everyone's in from this field. We'll go over to the next barn and shut the door. Make sure they're all snug as bugs in a rug for the night. And I'll just shut the door for these guys. Hi, you guys are all in too. Good job. Good job. Yeah, that's a good job you did there coming in. Hi. There's Cupcake. Hi, Cupcake. Hi. You came in. Good girl. You're a really good girl. Hi. Arnie forgot to kick their hay in, so you see they can't reach it. So I'm going to just kick it from this side back over to these guys so they can eat for the night. So the Dorsets are all fed. This is the straggler group. They're all fed. And these are the weaned Suffolk ewe lambs. And they're all eating at their feeders now too. No more crying. They're used to being on their own now. We got people coming over to look at these ewe lambs in a few days. So a few of these will be going on to new homes. And if you look on this side with the young lambs, there you go. See, something just startled them. Oh, here he is. That's Linus. He was eating at the creep feeder with all the others, but I think he heard me. He's just got fed, but they're so tuned into your voice that even though he's not hungry for more milk, he comes when he hears my voice. See, he's back at the feeder now. And he's actually grown quite a bit. He is the very last one born. And he's done, yeah, as you all know, remarkably well. I'll do a quick check to make sure all the lambs came in. And I don't see anyone out in the field. It's a nice night, except for those mosquitoes. Okay, this barn is done. We're gonna say goodnight to all the lambs. Turn their light off. They do have their night light on so they can see a little bit at night. Good night, you guys. Likewise, the adults are all in for the night too. Their gate is shut, so they're safe. Just leaves this coverall to do. Arnie just fed them their creep feed. I'm going to recheck that ram lamb drinker again to make sure it didn't get filthy again. So these guys are all in and their gates are shut too. The drinker's been rinsed out. Wasn't as bad as it was this afternoon.
Are you downsizing or what?
What?
Are you downsizing?
It looks like it.
Well, I guess it kind of figures out what planet you're on.
The planet Venus, Arnie. Look at
The
them.
these guys get, the more I fall in love with them.
I know. Well, look at how nice they are. Is that a consistent group? Like normally the Dorsets would be way smaller than the Suffolks, but this is a very consistent group.
These are light on here. I'm going to bring a bale of hay in here tonight.
Yeah, they need hay.
I'm cutting the grain back a little bit. I think these sheep should be eating more hay. I think they're fat. I don't want them any fatter, let me put it that way.
Well, it's like I always said about parents and their kids. They can only get fat if their parents feed them too much.
No parent feeding me.
No, because you're not a child. You have control over what you eat.
No,
And if you get fat, that's on you.
Okay, get fat or get fatter? What is
If they get fat, it is also.
What?
If they get fat, it's also on you. Not on them. Oh, you guys are so nice. What? Well, are they peas in a pod? Honestly. That's what you want, peas in a pod. The mosquitoes aren't very impressive though. The mosquitoes around here right now aren't very impressive. She's not fat.
Wait, hang on.
Arnie.
I'm trying to be a sheriff. Is that sheep fat?
No, she's lovely. She's a full-figured girl. Put her down. You guys are so nice. Yeah.
I tell you, that sheep is probably the one I just picked up.
140?
60.
160, yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Probably.
Heavy.
Probably. I don't think the Dorsets are too far behind. Hot Lips. Hi.
Go to work.
Wait a minute. Let's look at Hot Lips. Hi, honey. Hi. You are lovely. See, she's a grade. But I told Arnie, because he was talking about sending some of them to market. No one wants to hear that, especially me. But I said, put a red dot on her, which means that they stay. So we got a whole bunch of red dots on her so she doesn't get sold by mistake.
This Dorset is a terminal breed or what's the other one?
Ours are a terminal for sure. Well, look at the size of them. We got enough Australian in here that they're the Poll Dorset.
So that Suffolk is a terminal breed, and so is the Dorset?
Yes, Arnie, we're not on that video anymore. That's come and gone.
Well, I'm just looking at the difference there. That's what I'm trying to point out.
Not too much difference.
That's the point.
They're looking really good. Like, see, you would expect if you had different breeds that they might lose their consistency, but we like the same thing. Doesn't matter what the breed is. So when we pick them, they're not lined up like this. We pick them randomly out of a pen, our keepers, and they all turn out the same because we're looking for exactly the same thing. Of course, right now there's a bit of a fight to get into the feeder. Do they all have feeder space? Hi, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna sign off because I'm actually getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. And that's it for the nighttime chores at Ewetopia Farms. And no, those giant things flying by the camera aren't bats. They're mosquitoes. I'm going to wash the bottle now, and I'm gonna call that a night. Actually, it looked pretty in the backyard. So here's a parting shot of the sunset from our backyard. Well, as Arnie finishes stacking up that hay, I'm gonna head on into the house and work on the YouTube videos. Our work is never done, I swear. Anyway, hope you enjoyed your night at Ewetopia Farms. If you did, you know what I'm gonna say. Give us a thumbs up and be sure to send us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And tell your friends about us, because our views are dwindling and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And yeah, I put a lot of work into these, trying to get these out every day for you, and I think people get complacent and just can't be bothered or think, oh, she's got enough views or whatever. But it's a struggle to put out content every day and to get people to watch it right through to the end. Some of it's boring maybe, but I try not to have it boring. Anyway, hope y'all have a nice night. Bye for now.